The Sexual Assault Response Team is tasked with helping victims get justice. It's challenging, especially in rural areas where resources may differ and victims may be more reluctant to come forward. But we can help. Victims need to feel that their stories are heard and believed. Whatever victims decide is best for them, which may or may not involve reporting to law enforcement, we can help them feel good about their choices and provide resources to support their healing. We can also use the feedback they provide to improve their experience in the criminal justice system. But how do we know if what we do is making a difference? Conducting effective evaluations of your community's sexual assault policy, protocol, and practice will provide answers. And using what you learn can promote victim well-being, offender accountability, and ultimately, community safety. For some, evaluation is synonymous with criticism. We don't see it that way. We see it as a way to learn how we can do our work better to improve the experience of victim survivors. The Sexual Violence Justice Institute at the Minnesota Coalition Against Sexual Assault advocates a 3-phase process for teams focusing on improving the system response to sexual assault, in which evaluation plays a key role. First, assess the status quo. Find out what's happening in your community. Gather information on the services available to victim survivors. Hear about their experiences. Then, use this information to determine what changes you can make to the system. Then make the change. Write new protocols, implement policies or practices, make or renew interagency agreements, and train all people responding to sexual violence. And finally, measure the changes you made. Evaluation begins with curiosity. What does the team want to learn? How has the victim's experience been improved? What can you measure to show how you're doing? Evaluation shows your team how well the response is working and uncovers any barriers or gaps in service that should be corrected. This process is circular, not linear. Use what you've learned during the evaluation to determine next steps, formulate new questions, or address problems that you may have uncovered. So where to begin? SVJI at MNCASA has a series of resources already available on their website. These will help you learn more about prevention of sexual assault and initiating system change. They're also developing a series of learning opportunities on creating and conducting evaluations, analyzing the results, and using them to initiate lasting change. The goal of the Sexual Violence Justice Institute at MNCASA is to provide tools and principles that you can adapt to your own circumstances. Your work is critical to victims of sexual assault. Evaluating your programs will give you evidence of what works and help achieve an even greater impact for your community. You don't need to be an expert. You have all the expertise you need. SVJI's resources will guide you through the process and how to use the information. Let us help you.